to look at using summarizing through using a graphic organizer to show text structures. All right, we know that text can be structured in several different ways. Sometimes author uses compare and contrast. Sometimes they use cause and effect. Sometimes they use visual just to show you. They have a picture with a chart. All right, so today we're going to look at using our graphic organizers. One graphic organizer that we've seen during the year is the cause and effect organizer. Good. Remember that the cause is the why and the effect is the what. All right, so today we're going to read together chapter 6. We're going to look at different causes and effects. But remember, as we talked about yesterday, we're only looking for major events, right? We don't want the fluff. We want the key important things. Okay? Grayson, you read to me?
My eyes opened, I could see the sun behind the branch of a Christmas tree. I jumped up, folded my blanket inside a suitcase, hid it, and started running the 6 or 7 blocks down to the mission. I turned the corner and said, "Whoop!" There were still people lined up waiting. I started walking along the line. The end was a lot farther away than I thought. The line turned all the way around 2 corners and crossed over one street before I saw the last person. Shucks. I walked up to get behind me. He said, "Line's closed. These here folks are the last ones." He pointed to a man standing next to a woman who was carrying a baby. I said, "But sir," he said, "but nothing. Line's closed. These here folks are the last ones." It was time to start line. If I didn't get any food now, I'd have to steal something out of someone's garbage, or I won't be able to eat until the mission opened for supper. I said, "Sir, And the man raised his hand and said, "Look, kid, everybody's got a story and everybody knows the rules. The line closes at 7 o'clock. How is it fair to these people who've been here since 5 o'clock that you can sleep until," he looked at his wristwatch, "until 7:15, then come busting down here expecting to eat? You think you got some kind of special privilege just because you're skinny and raggedy. Look at the line. There's lots of folks who look just like you. You ain't the worst."
Stop. All right. 2 events have happened so far, right? So Bud, where's Bud coming from? Jada?
He's coming from the library.
He's coming from the library where he slept. He was sleeping there, all right? But there's a problem. What's the problem, Alexis?
The man is not going to let him in line because it's past 7 o'clock.
He's late. So, the man, the effect and the cause. So let's talk about the cause. What's happening here? What will I write for my notes here? I'm going to write what happened, because remember sometimes we talk about the effect is always easier to find than the cause. So the effect is there is already a line, right? Why? Grayson?
Because people lined up early in the morning to get food.
Right. People were on time. Right?
Yes.
So another thing that happens to him is he's having a conversation with a man who's like, everybody's got an excuse. You're not the worst person in the line. So he's not going to be able to eat. So because he's late, he cannot eat. So, remember today's strategy is using the graphic organizer to show the structure. At your groups, I'm going to give you the same organizer and you're going to read the next part of the chapter and you're going to fill it in independently your group. Okay? So you're gonna read page 46 to the end of 47, and look for the next major event that happens to book. What's your groups? Go ahead. Great conversation happening. Keep going. Good job.
Go get in line with that. No, another one whole word. So he gets there. Everybody decides to help him.
And the effect is
The knife.
the effect is
He has
The cause of a man is the effect is actually what you put for the cause. Because the cause is what he's talking too much. And the effect is the man is about to hit him with the black.
Very good, Dave.
That's the way you can just she said find a cause and effect, but I don't know if we can do more. We can do more than one, but I don't think but they never said to keep reading though. My favorite part, boy has to go use this road. Okay. She said read the rest of page 46 and the end of 47. Let's look back in the book.
Take about 1 minute and wrap up your conversations.
The man at the back was about to whoop him because Bud was gonna get that. Bud was about to get
Too much almost caused him to get a spanking. And a family actually helps him. They realize that he's in trouble. So they actually call him a different name so that he can get in line and also be fed. So today and every day when you move forward and you're looking through ways to summarize, remember that you can always use cause and effect graphic organizer to help summarize the events that you read. Great job.